My name is Roz MacLean. I'm an artist here in Vancouver, and I think an artist is anyone who makes art, and I also think of art as a way of communicating. It's just another way of doing something, like exploring an idea or telling a story or having a conversation. It's just instead of words or writing or another medium, you're doing it through art, and I think anybody who takes part in that is an artist. So I think I do that, so I think I'm an artist. I have an amazing artsy family, so both my mom and dad and my brother are artists as well. So I was just put into all the art classes, and I got to see my mom and dad painting, and I got to go to art camp, and I had amazing art teachers, so it was just no question from my childhood. It was just yes, you can make art too. I like to draw a lot, and I really like to draw in ballpoint pens, the kind that you write with, in school or in an office or something. And I think that's because when I was in high school, I always used to just get bored and doodle with them. So I learned that you could do a lot of shading and a lot of actually really intricate work. And I really admire art that uses bold shapes and colors and just has that composition that kind of pulls you into it. And I try to emulate that. These last pieces of work that I did are part of a series that are investigating, I guess, our inner world. And I'm really interested in the idea of identity and the idea that we are not one thing, we're not one other thing, that we are actually composed of all these parts. So this piece is about kind of our rational, controlled part of ourself that is able to think ahead and plan and work in an orderly way. And it has its opposite back there somewhere, which is the impulse of self, which just does what it wants. And this piece is about our destructive tendencies and how we can lash out and lose control and destroy things. And it's paired with a piece about our creative abilities. So that was the idea that I most recently chose to explore. It's really, really rewarding to get positive feedback about my art, partially because that's one of the only rewards of making art for me. I don't do it for money or anything, so when somebody likes it or when they connect to it in the way that I intended or even a different way, it's great because I feel like I've started that conversation, and I feel like it's speaking to somebody on a level that I'm either too shy to talk about or I don't have the right words to talk about. That's one of the reasons that I'm really excited about Paper Girl. I feel like it embodies that attitude of sharing art and connecting with art, and just having it starts a thought process for somebody. And it's nice too with a bit of anonymity, because then they're just connecting to the art. When somebody I know has a reaction to my art, it's one thing, and I'm like, are you just being polite? But someone who's anonymous, even if I never know what they think, I can just put it out there and they can have their own reaction to it. That's kind of what art is for, is to start a conversation and to begin a connection and to start thinking about something.